Well, well, well. Good morning, chats. Good morning, good morning. What's today? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. How are you doing? Oh, lagging? Lagging already? Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. Ah, you bastards. Every single one of you. Every single one of you. All right. I'll be down here if you need me. I'm just There's no way he's gonna get me all the way down here.
Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Cast bread over every egg.
Okay. All right, bastards. Line it up. How are you doing today, bastards? Okay, welcome in though, guys. Get it out of your system. Did you get it out of your system? What is that emote? Oh, it's Biddle's clap emote. Oh no. Oh no. Pippin, welcome in. How was your stream? Bird up. Bird up. I could probably set it up so that anytime somebody uses the bird up emote, it does the like, what is it? The bird squawk and the bird up. I swear I'm innocent. I fucking doubt that. Are we inglorious bastards? To be inglorious bastards mean that you have to have the capacity to gain glory. I don't believe y'all have the capacity to gain glory. Maybe sin. Maybe you can all gather sin at like a record pace. Been good. I downloaded Jeezy Doom. Oh, the mod thing. The mod thing. That's right. That's right. I had to download that so I could play like Your House back when we did that. Good, played WoW again. Played my Dwarf Hunter. Hunter's Union Guild. Ooh. Ooh. Do you ever do PvP stuff? You ever do PvP stuff? I used to do a lot of PvP. I didn't do arenas because I didn't have any friends that wanted to do arenas with me. And at the time, we were all very competitive. So we knew we would hate each other if we tried to do like actual fucking ranked arenas. Oh my goodness. I don't know why, but I like blowing up chat. Listen, it's fun, okay? Blowing up chat is fun. If I could find a way to like make it explode into pieces and then come back together, I fucking would. I probably could. Maybe there's a filter that somebody's made that could do that. And I could apply it to like directly to the chat itself. Things to ponder. Things to ponder. Can't believe Earth is locking so much content behind a friends requirement. Listen, it doesn't necessarily have to be friends. But I also didn't really have any other people that I could be like, guys, do you want to do arenas? Because all my other friends that already did arenas had like their own group. They had like their own little like 3 set that they would always do it with. Although at one point they did make it so that you could like look for group to do ranked arenas. And I did do that a couple times, but it really wasn't super fun. I volunteered as a test subject for that. For what, being blown into pieces? You want to be blown into pieces? Is that the plan? Is that what the deal is? Is that what you're thinking? Yes? Oh, good Lord. All right. Let me see. Where's Ordain? Are you here? Ordain, you have my permission to use the rockets. But, okay, I don't need anything here. Okily dokily. Oh my God, Fairbanks. Fairbanks is just dropping in the comments. Marin for partner. Oh no. Oh no. I was more PvE. I originally got a PvP realm long ago. Never had anyone to run with. I would usually just do Battlegrounds. I like the larger group stuff. I really enjoyed Battlegrounds, like a lot. I could not tell you how many times I've played Warsong Gulch. So much Warsong Gulch, dude. So much Warsong Gulch. Let me also really quick do that. Do that. Also, I'm lagging again already. Why am I lagging again? Model? Model? Hello? Hello? New campaign just dropped, married partner. I mean, that was always the plan, but it's not going Well, we'll call it well. Yeah, that's the word. That's the word we're gonna go with. It's not going well. Sure. But we do have a couple, oh, what's the word? Interesting things that were apparently announced today. Chat. Chinese Room announced a sequel to Still Wakes the Deep. No, wait, is it a sequel? Is it a DLC? It's out in 6 days. What? 11 years later, return to the sunken Baradi oil rig to uncover what really happened in 1975. You play as Mahari and you find the answers no matter what. We're gonna watch that trailer. Insane. Okay, it is on Steam. Da. Okay, wait, no, maybe it is separate. But it looks like it's... Oh, no, it's an expansion. Never mind. It's an expansion. Also, Still Wakes the Deep is currently 50% off if y'all haven't seen it, played it, or done anything with it. It's an awesome game. It's an awesome game. Warning everybody for themselves, dropping multiple thousands of 500 kg. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What have I done? What have I done? Hi, Annie. How are you doing? What have you allowed? I've released a monster. I've released a monster. Oh, no. Oh, no. I have a genuine question. Do Eldritch Beings feel back pain the same as we do? Or are we just being forward tough? I don't have a spine. I don't have a spine. I don't have internal organs. This is all the picture. You're looking at a picture. There's no organs. Quick question. Would you like to be in a game? Maybe, but why are you asking me, Jay? Usually I'd say yes, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it coming from you. Oh, hold on. It was accidentally about to play. I did not want to play that trailer. Uh-oh. But I don't know what all we're gonna do today. Of course, we're gonna look at this new Still Wakes the Deep trailer. Goofily, I did open a how to drink video simply because the title was "We Ache to Return to a Time We Never Knew and They Know It," and that's a very curious fucking video title for what Greg usually does. Plan to play the new Sonic Racing game. If I had the money, I would get it and I would play it, but I would also have to get a Switch 2 first. So there's a lot of what ifs. I may get a Switch 2. I'm selling my car sometime soon, so I may use a chunk of that to get a Switch, I'm not gonna lie. But only after I've bought everything for the move. A visual novel game? I'm always down. Go ahead. I'm gonna get it. I love Sonic Racing games. It looks pretty good, but at the same time, Kirby Air Riders is coming out. Kirby Air Riders, dude. That's the one that I care about the most. Oh, if it's on PC, then it'll probably be easier. It's not too big of a deal then. Maybe I'll get it. But no, if I'm thinking about like goofy arcade racers, I'm more thinking about Kirby Air Riders. Kirby Air Riders all the fucking way, dude. Chat, do you not know the way of Kirby Air Ride? Do you not know the way? This is the way. This is the way, chat. It's the way forward. It's the greatest racing game ever made. It's the newest fucking Kirby Air Ride made by the guy who typically makes Super Smash Bros. The last one that he made was Kirby Air Ride. The last Kirby game he made was Kirby fucking Air Ride. And instead they forced that man to make Super Smash Bros. For 20 plus years. Is Kirby Air Ride really that good? You dare speak of Kirby Air Ride? Non-believer? Non-believer? How fucking dare you? How dare you? What do you... No, you know what? You know what? Explain. How do you not know the glories of Kirby Air Ride? Greatest racing game of all time. Greatest arcade city trial style method that you've ever seen. Group battlers. It's Kirby Air Ride all the way down. You never stood a chance. Coke shaky, Coke shaky, Coke shaky. Go ahead, chat. Speak your piece, and we'll see what happens. I've never heard of it either, to be honest. I'm sorry. It was on the GameCube. It was a GameCube game. For I am ignorant to the glory of Kirby Air Ride. You're damn right. But I do not forgive you. Leshy? Leshy? Do you want to spin the wheel of punishment? Wait, there's Sunstar. Wheel time! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I jumped from Atari to PS3. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. All right. I'm going to bring up the screen for this one. So let me get that really quick. Hold on. I have the menu open for some reason. There we go. Okay. Wheel of punishment. Wheel of punishment. Wheel of punishment. All right. Oh, I didn't actually select it as the target because I'm a fool. All right, kiddos. Spin, spin, spin. Tell us the sin. We will win. Leshy fucking goofball. Thank you so much. Ooh. Leshy hasn't said anything in chat. Are you listening in Leshy? Leshy, you get an AMA. You can ask me any question within doxing reasons. So feel free to shoot that anytime. Every $10 we spin the wheel. Okay, we're gonna spin it again just because we're not gonna do double AMA. That's kind of statistically crazy. Wheel of punishment. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the punishment that we have earned. What the shit is happening? What the fuck is happening? No fucking way. Oh, are you on mobile? Oh, okay, you are on mobile. If you have like an AMA question, if you want to ask me anything, and I have to do a fucking minute and a half plank. Oh, fuck, not the minute and a half plank. All right, all right. Hold on, I need to get the timer. Where is it? Where is it? Weighted wheel? Apparently it is weighted. I didn't do it. Apparently it is weighted and I didn't fucking do it. That's fucking crazy. Suffer. Damn, Ordained. Cruel, dude. Fucking cruel. Seen it in a minute and a half? Oh, God. All right. A Switch 2, you say? Leshy, thank you for buying a season pass. Enjoy having the scariest and cutest emotes on Twitch. And a motherfucking ad-free experience, because, and I quote, fuck them ads. Fuck them ads, dude. Actually, chat. Do I dare leave you with the trailer? Do I dare leave you with this game trailer? What you doing, Hectic? What trouble you getting into? Oh no, Izzy's designing another outfit. Wait a second, where's my emotes, Izzy? I'm tempted to go bully her. Huh, I wonder what Izzy's working on today. She's working on her own art. Izzy, where are the emotes I paid for? The wheel is loaded, the wheel is not loaded, I promise. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's also her fucking affiliate anniversary. Wait, who clipped something? What the hell?
How was your stream?
Hold on, let's do this. Okay, okay. I wonder. If I go to Snickers and it doesn't have a stick, God damn it! God damn it! Stop with the quote 1000. Who emote is that cool? Jesus.
Oh, you're still streaming? What are you doing over here? Go back to your stream.
Territorial hiss. Oh, she's not gonna respond. She's not gonna
I
respond.
appreciate it. Thank you.
What the hell are these?
Looking for your booty? You're gonna have to dress up in a pirate costume.
Okay. Chat, is it wrong to flirt with your friends? Is it wrong to flirt with your friends? Insert Perry the Platypus music here. I've loaded the wheel.
You would for me? No, you wouldn't. Why the fuck you lying?
Okay. 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 Enough. Should I continue flirting with friends on stream? Nope, nothing wrong with that. All right.
Aw, well that's sweet.
All right, happy Pride. Anyway, moving on. What were we doing? What were we talking about? Who are you people? I still need to do the plank. I know that. Leshy, did you have a question? Let me see. Okay, my question. Type to leave. Are you the type to leave your cart in the grocery store whenever, or do you return it to the cart area? Do you think this is a good judge of character? It is a very good judge of character, and I always return the cart. The thing is though, I haven't gotten like a grocery cart in a long time because I'm very much a go to the grocery store a whole bunch in a week rather than go like once every 2 weeks. But yes, I believe that because it's the perfect judge of character in the case of there is no reward, ignoring the existence of some grocery stores that have like the quarter slot things, but that's an anomaly. That's not the norm. That's not the rule. But generally, like there's no reward. The only thing you lose if you don't do it is the ire of a stranger who will never know it was you. You leave that cart middle of the store, middle of the fucking parking lots, any of those things, all you get is the anger of a stranger who will never know you. Are you willing to live with that? If so, you could be a bad person. If it's like, nobody I know is going to know it was me, so who cares? That's a sign of a bad person, dude. That's a sign of a bad person. Yes, return the cart. Fucking return the cart, dude. It's convenient for literally everybody. It makes the like cart carrier's job so much easier, especially if you put it in properly. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people just kind of like kind of just light push it from like halfway across the lane and just let it slowly roll into the thing and like fuck up all the other ones. But yes, you should absolutely fucking return your cart. And if you don't, I will be in your bedroom when you get home. Not in the fun way. Not in the fun way. I'm going to be in your closet, waiting for you to go to sleep. Until I can start shoving fingers where they don't belong. And of course, I don't mean in holes. I'm going to make new holes. You know what you need? You need a breathing hole right between the third and fourth rib. That's exactly what you need. Nope, nothing wrong with that. That's still on the Izzy part. All right, chat. We gotta do the plank really quick. Do you want me to give you a round of words while I do it, or do you want me to play this trailer? I kind of want to react to the trailer and see the trailer because I like the Chinese Room, because the Chinese Room is also making Bloodlines 2. And this game, Still Wakes the Deep, seems very much to be like almost like a tech demo for the same engine that they're using for Bloodlines 2. All right. Oh, what the hell? Oh my god, it signed me out. It signed me out of fucking... Twitch? What? Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Fuck. Oh no, I don't know my Twitch. Is it still the same even if you've changed it over the years? I don't know if it works like that. Fuck, dude. Uh-oh. Oh, fucked. Absolutely fucked, dude. Absolutely fucked. Because it looks like... Oh, man. Oh, man. How would I not know my fucking password, dude? I know I know what I use for passwords all the time. It just says something went wrong. Try again. It's not saying that like my stuff is... Here, let's go back. Is Twitch fucking up? Or maybe Words on Stream is fucking up. Yeah, it's not saying like my password and stuff is wrong. It's just saying something's wrong. Chat, are you okay? Hello? Nobody said anything in a while. Well, I think Words is out today. I can give y'all fishing, though. I can give y'all the fishing game. Here, turn off the auto hide. All right, chat, you want some fishing time? While I do this plank? Did Twitch die? Hello? Well, stream seems to still be going in my dashboard. Hold on, let me go check something. Let me pull it up on my phone. What the fuck? Wait, did something happen to my account? Oh, wait, what is this? Did somebody just comment on Blue Sky? Twitch is dead, I can hear you? Serial Eater can hear me, okay. Okay, I saw that hardtack. Okay, stay calm, but it's not going off, so that means... Is it like dead all over Twitch or is it just my channel? What happened? What's going on? Can I, like, let me refresh the dashboard. I'm logged out. Something went wrong. Okay, so I can't even look at my dashboard anymore. I don't know what's happening. Is something wrong? Twitch seems to be half dead. Okay. It did that twice. It gave me the streak twice. Here, look. Oh no, I can't. It kicked me out of the dashboard. Oh, that's 4 times. Titan Gamer has reached 7 stream streak 4 times. Can y'all still see the stream? I don't think there's. Oh, I can't even go turn on like highlight a message or something because I think if I turn that on, it'll show up in my activity feed. But right now, I'm basically, I guess, kicked out of my account until Twitch fixes itself. Hold on. Oh, Axios sending me a message. Can't chat. Stuff's not loading currently. Can't even two-factor into my own account. Okay, yeah. So. Hold on a second. What do I do? Should I, like... I guess let's just go about sending messages if I'm in chat. You fucking goofball. You fucking goofball. Fucking goofball using Blue Sky comments. Using Blue Sky comments as fucking as Twitch chats. Oh my god, wait, we do still have the Twitter stream. The thing is though, is I don't think it has a chat. Or at least if there is a chat for the Twitter stream, I don't know how to view it. It's not analytics, that's for sure. This is so fucking weird, dude. This is so fucking weird. Okay, I can see my own stream too. Because I have my channel page open. All right. Well, I guess that also means that phishing isn't going to work. Message failed to send. Of course. Of course. Okay. I guess this is now a YouTube video. All right, that means I still have to do the squats with like all the games being busted right now and Twitch being down. I guess we'll just keep going like normal. I'm looking to see if nobody else is having this problem. It's literally just me. Why is it me? Is it happening anywhere else? Titan Gamer's reached 7 stream streak is still spamming in my activity feed. It's still fucking spamming in my activity feed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times Titan Gamer has gotten a 7 stream streak. Fuck, dude. What the fuck? Oh, I'm frozen. I'm frozen. Why did I freeze? Hello? Just lag. Just lag. Okay, let me see what I can do really quick. Let me try refreshing. Dashboard. Try problems logging in. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to do a password reset to see if maybe that is what it is, but usually it tells you if it's the password that's wrong. Oh, what the shit, dude? I'm not getting a text message either. Here, let me go to Discord real quick. I see y'all screaming in Discord. Hold on. Twitch is twitching again. Twitch is having a fucky wucky again. Did Twitch die? Twitch is having a moment. Twitch is chat. Marin's Twitch chat specifically died. It seems to be like my whole fucking account. Can't even see my followed on Twitch. What did they fucking do, dude? What the shit did they do? Okay, yeah, because, like, I can see it if I look at my own channel. Like, I can see myself. But there's, like, no chat. There's no nothing. and this is all fucked. I'm trying to do like, if it's a password thing, it's not working. It's not working. Why? Why? Why do you do this? Must be logged in. Must be logged in. Something went... Okay, I think we're just going to give up, chat. I think we're just going to give up. I think I'm just going to end stream and I will figure out what the problem is. And we'll see what happens because... it's gonna be very boring talking to thin air again after this long having y'all. And I'm getting more Titan Gamer. Oh my god, just 2 of them popped up. Oh, I can't see it. Oh, now there's 3 of them. I only see one other streamer as being live right now. You aren't even showing up in the followed list. Okay, it's definitely Twitch, like absolutely shit. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. That's 4 of those. 4 of those messages. Christ, my dude. Here, let me actually bring the... I can't see your account either. My app updated. Now I can't pull anything. That probably explains why we capped out very quickly. Because Twitch is absolutely, completely, and utterly shitting the bed. Okay. Okay, I think we're gonna give up on it for now, guys. We may come back in an hour or anything if the issue's fixed or something. I won't forget the plank, and Sunstar won't let me forget the plank either. So we'll do the plank thing next time whenever we're live, I guess. If you can still hear me though, we'll be back. Today is technically supposed to be the last stream of the week on this channel. Tomorrow we're gonna be over at Hectic's playing Mage. Saturday, we're going to be at Kono's in the morning, and then we're going to be over on VTuber Talks in the afternoon at around 4 CDT. Kono's, we're going to be at his at 10 a.m. We're going to be up bright and early on a Saturday morning. But that is generally the... Oh, we should have Vampire this week. We should be having Vampire the Masquerade Sunday night. So we have 2 TTRPGs and 2 collabs this weekend. Otherwise, I will see you Monday. Keep an eye out if you aren't in the Discord. I can't give you the Discord command. Whoops. If you can scroll down, I think there's a Discord link attached. Oh, we may have lost our custom link in Discord. I will fix that shortly. Let me see here. Server settings. Where is the custom link? Is it Boost Perks? Did they move it under Boost Perks? Yes, they did. Okay. Oh, fucking Discord Authenticator. All right, hold on. Hold your horses. I want to make sure this is properly working again, because I believe all of my links to the Discord are... Is it /merry-go-round or /dark carnival? Uh-oh. I don't remember now. I don't remember now. Okay. I put it as merry-go-round. Sunstar, if you remember what it was, can you put it in general chat in the Discord? Yeah, it's fucking... There's been about 520 reports of people having problems. Jesus. Jesus. Okay, hold on a second. What is this? Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. That's going to be... The stream's going to be a hard dent on the average... What the custom link was. we go. I couldn't remember which one of those two it was. If you do like exclamation Discord, which typically it would give you something. I just forget which one it was. And I want to make sure I don't have to go like... Okay, but that's what it is now. Is that what it's always been? All right. We could also technically turn this into a movie night in the Discord. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sunstar. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. Hope you have a good time. It's, again, only 30 minutes in. If this fixes itself in like an hour, per se, and everything seems fine, we'll be back. I agree, Ordain. I agree. But thank you guys for being here. I will catch you later. Hopefully the next stream will be a